Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and it is once again that time of the week. That's right, as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at a few of the biggest video game news stories that we got this week. We're also going to look at some of the biggest video game announcements that took place this last week, and of course, we will check out the biggest video game releases you're not going to want to miss. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. And, well, we're going to start with a State of Play. That's right, we did get a Sony State of Play showcase, although there is a huge asterisk as this was a dedicated State of Play for Borderlands 4, which it is a multi-platform game and it's not made by Sony. Now, many PlayStation fans kind of showed their disappointment online as they were hoping to find out about something Sony has in the works besides Ghost of Yotai. Now, the showcase gave us a bunch of info on Borderlands 4, the characters, the upgraded multiplayer, and more. And I think the game, well, I think it looks really good. And as someone who's never really gotten into the series, and, well, I have definitely tried, I will definitely be giving this game a shot when it releases on September 12th of this year. Also, we did get some really big news about the original Elden Ring as we creep closer to the release of Elden Ring Night Reign on May 30th, and that game looks awesome. Multiplayer, a little bit faster with the action, Elden Ring, I'm all for it. And we actually did find out in a thank you post to the fans on X by From Software that Elden Ring has officially shipped 30 million copies of the game worldwide, which is absolutely awesome and so well deserved. It is one of the greatest games ever created, and it's pretty cool to see a brand new IP, reach that milestone of 30 million. Congratulations to From Software. Also, we did get the release of another video game IP in theater, as Until Dawn did make the jump to the big screen. The movie is loosely based on the survival horror game from 2015, with lots of Easter eggs from the game found in the movie. Now, I did go check out the movie in theaters and did a spoiler-free review here on the channel, so I'll link that video at the end of this one. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements from this week, and we're going to start with Rah Boom. The game received an official release window trailer this week, announcing the game will be coming this summer on the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox systems. The game is a co-op arcade-style beat-em-up. The game looks fast-paced, 4-player co-op beat-em-up style, where you play as a team of up to 4 ninja cheerleaders from space, and you're fighting to save the Earth from rogue AI robots. Also, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S received an announcement trailer, as it will be a launch game for the Nintendo Switch 2. The game allows you to play two of the best classic puzzle video games of all time with a bunch of different game modes, and even has mouse functionality utilizing the Joy-Con mouse controller, as player 2 can even move a cursor around on the screen, telling the person playing where to set the next piece. Which, if you ask me, that sounds like the most annoying function ever added to a game. But the game looks cool. If you're a fan of puzzle games, I would pick it up. Those are two awesome puzzle games. Now, Against the Storm received a release date announcement trailer showing the game releasing on June 26 on the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series system, and the game is also a day one release into Game Pass. The game is a dark fantasy style city builder with roguelike gaming mechanics as you take on monsters, apocalyptic rains, and more. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new video game releases. And Forza Horizon 5 released this week on the PlayStation 5, joining the PC and Xbox console versions of the game. And I kind of expect we're going to get a Switch 2 version for this at some point also. Now, this is, in my opinion, the best racing game of all time. Well, not named Mario Kart, that is. The game is loaded with real-life cars and so much to do across the huge open world spanning from the desert, the rainforest, the mountains, and more of Central America. And I highly suggest, if you're a PlayStation gamer that's never played the Forza Horizon games, pick this one up. You will not be disappointed. Now, MotoGP 25 also released this week on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series systems. The official game of the MotoGP Street Motorcycle Racing Series mixes things up with this newest title, introducing the groundbreaking Riders Market, which means riders can now transfer between teams to reshuffle the deck and inject a surge of unpredictability into the season. Also, Shotgun Copman released this week on the Nintendo Switch and PC. The indie game has you taking control of Shotgun Copman on his quest to arrest Satan. Using an arsenal including 18 deadly weapons from a simple pistol to a machine gun, you play through levels using said weapons, not just to take out the enemies, but also to propel yourself using the recoil as a platforming tool. We did play some of the game here on the channel, and I will put that link at the end of this one. So far, this may be my indie game of the year. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on May 2nd. The week started with us getting our pre-order in for the Nintendo Switch, as well we now wait rather impatiently, I must admit, until June 5th. So we can finally get our hands on the future of Nintendo and the evolution of Mario Kart. Then we got a look at the, well, very promising looking future of Borderlands franchise as we got a deep dive into Borderlands 4. And the week ended with us, well, entering into the month of May as we creep ever closer to that June 5th release date for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's just about a month away at this point, and this countdown is going strong. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure if you're new to the channel, you hit that subscribe button, and we hope to see you on the next one. Shows World, out.